This is your 10-minute morning yoga for beginners. All right, friends, we are going to get started in a tabletop position. So bringing your wrists underneath your shoulders. Knees are going to come right underneath our hips. And so we're just in this nice neutral flat back. And in this neutral tabletop position, that neck is going to be long and the gaze is going to shift downward. Now starting to bring a little bit of movement into the spine. Inhale, dropping your belly, lifting your gaze. This is our cow pose. Head starts to tilt up. And then exhale, belly button to spine. Chin comes towards your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Belly drops, heart shines forward, gaze moves forward. And exhale through cat. That spine rounds and pulls up towards the ceiling. Think about a cat on Halloween. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Let's take 2 more rounds. So inhale, that belly drops. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, back to your neutral tabletop position. And then curling your toes under, send your hips high, downward facing dog. So in this down dog, we look like an upside down V. And I just want you, as we land here, to start to bend one knee and bend the other. So you'll often hear yoga instructors kind of talk about walking out your dog, and this is what we're talking about. And it's really just gently waking up the backs of the legs, saying good morning to them, inviting them into our practice, into this space with us. And then start to find a little bit of stillness. And while the heels may not actually touch your mat, they're going to move in the direction of your mat. And so with that, the legs might be able to straighten a little bit more, not locking them out in any capacity. And you'll notice I still have a bend in my knees, and so I highly, highly encourage that. Your gaze is back between your legs. And then I just want you to also think about pressing your chest back in the direction of the thighs. And just stay and breathe. And this is a resting posture, but it's also really active here, right? So there's a lot happening. And it's okay if this feels more like more work than like rest at this point. And inhale, come up onto your toes. Shift your gaze forward and just walk to the top of your mat. So coming into a forward fold. Feet are going to be hips width distance, maybe a little bit wider. And you can just let those arms hang down heavy today. And I invite you to maybe sway the hips a little bit side to side. And as you do so, can you release any tension in the neck? You're going to be holding your head up for the rest of your day. So just for this practice, for this moment right now, can you release the need to hold on? Your head is really heavy. You don't need to carry it around right now. So just let it hang. Let the neck relax. Let the shoulders relax. Let those arms be as heavy as they want to be. Just those gentle sways side to side. Maybe they feel really good right now. And coming back into stillness, heel toe those feet to hips width distance if they're not already. Bring your hands to your shins and inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Pull that belly in and exhale, fold forward. We'll do that again. So inhale for that halfway lift, hands to shins, spine is long, gaze is down towards the top of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. One more time before we move on. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root to rise, stand all the way up. Let the arms sweep up and overhead. And exhale, pull your hands down through heart center. And for a moment here, finding your balance, your stability. So rooting down through all four corners of those feet. Equal weight distribution. Inhale, sweep those arms up nice and high. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward. Inhale, up halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Soften the left knee down to the mat so that right foot is forward. And then inhale, reaching those arms up, low lunge. So our hips are square with the front edge of our mat. So think about the points of those hip flexors going straight forward. The arms are reaching up and overhead. But being mindful not to pull the shoulders up into your ears. So there's a little bit of a relaxation happening in those shoulders. And you might feel that really nice stretch through the front of the left hip flexor. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, bring those hands down onto the mat, curling those left toes under. Step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway lift. And exhale, step those right toes back this time. Soften that right knee down. Setting up for that low lunge. And inhale, arms reach up high. Breathing in through the front of that right hip flexor now. Left knee tracking right over that left ankle so the knee is not coming past the toes. And if it is, I want you to just start to adjust, start to heel toe that left foot forward a little bit more. That low belly has to be engaged here. Take one more inhale breath. Exhale, fingertips to the mat, curling the right toes under. Step to the top, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway, lift, long spine. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, sweeping those arms high. Exhale, let your hands come down through heart center and pause. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, find a bind at your low back, clasping your hands together. Inhale, puff that chest up, pull that bind down towards the mat. And exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward. Keeping that bind if it feels good in the shoulders. And let it pull towards the front of the space. And if for some reason this bind isn't feeling good in the shoulders, then just bring the hands to the low back. So you still get a little bit of that extra chest expansion. Again, maybe the hips kind of sway side to side. Take one more inhale breath. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, up halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step each foot back, landing in our plank pose. So strong line of energy here, pulling that belly button up and in towards the spine. Hands are underneath the shoulders, and we're really pressing the mat away. Expand through the upper back and shoulders. Engage that core. Strong legs. Take one inhale breath. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. You can drop your knees first. Keep those hands right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift that chest, baby cobra. Keep those elbows hugging in close to the side of the body. Tops of the toes pressing down into the mat. One more inhale breath. Exhale, lower down, press into your hands and send your hips all the way back to a child's pose. So those big toes towards one another, knees out wide. Forehead down to the mat. Finding your breath. I'm going to take that tiny little flow one more time. So inhale first up to a tabletop position. And then from here you can just curl those toes under, straighten the legs, meet in our plank pose. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Tops of your feet to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower, press yourself back, child's pose. Take 2 rounds of breath. And start to roll yourself back up. Friends, that is your 10-minute beginner morning yoga practice. I want this practice to show you that you can integrate yoga into your everyday in a really tangible, really accessible way. And that practice hopefully got you feeling a little bit stronger to go about your day with more confidence, a little bit warmer to help get the energy and the blood flowing within the body. So if you liked this class, please take a moment to like this video, comment below, subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and otherwise I will see you all next time. Thanks so much.